to our reading for Thursday, the 22nd of December, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace, so see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you, how you ride. These energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, check out the playlist, check out the music, enjoy the tunes, see if there's more depth in the reading from the lyrics, from the videos for you. Or just enjoy the music. I really like that you guys enjoy the music. I enjoy sharing it. So thank you for being here. I'll see you in a moment for the reading. Welcome to a reading for Thursday, the 22nd of December, 2016. It's going to be a pretty raw reading today. All these cards are new. So let me show you what I have. We're going to use the Guardian Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine and Cinnamachetti's Tarot of Dreams and Daily Guidance from Your Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And I'll probably use the Winged Enchantment Oracle deck by Leslie Morrison and Lisa Hunt as the finale to the reading. So let's begin with the Guardian Angel Tarot cards. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Let's get clarity and focus into the energies coming on through today and wisdom to ride these energies best for all of us. Let's start with one card. Get a nice focus point on the energy coming on through. Okay, one card to start with. Thursday, December 22nd. 2016, almost 2017. It's almost a 1 year. By the way, it's a 1 year, so it's a new beginning, big beginning, and I think it's the year of the rooster. So, I mean, think about the rooster in the morning when the sun comes out at the break of day. Everything is fresh and new. Everything's sort of in a happy, brand new beginning kind of alignment. I also find it amazing and beautiful and interesting that we're all coming on together on December 24th, because it's not only Christmas Eve, but it's the beginning of Hanukkah. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool for the holiday season. So let's start with one card for the 22nd. And that's the Six of Emotion. That's very appropriate for today, for this season. This is memories. This is thinking about your childhood, thinking about the holidays, thinking about get-togethers, thinking about the past. It's either thinking something in a more fond or less fond light. So either you're thinking about something a little worse than it actually was, or a little better than it actually was, usually. But this brings you into the now. The Six of Emotion is the Six of Cups. It's possibly the Rees. This could have to do with like retrograde, things coming back around, people coming back from the past, problems recirculating, so you actually clear them and solve them and move from them, and they're not bottled up or forgotten about or not attended to. So this is things that come back around, so it can be healed, fixed, resolved, restarted. I'm getting the Rees, so maybe it's like Mercury retrograde a little bit, a retry, a redo. I'm hearing responsibility. So maybe there was something that, like a child, you just didn't face up to a responsibility, and it's coming back around so you can face it and clear it away and have it not be like, I hear like popping up in memory lands. Maybe this is something that you keep thinking about, but you're not making action upon. It's just sort of in your emotions. You want it to happen. You want to say something. You want to have an experience. You want to talk to this person. You wish you could say that. You wish you would have said that. But none of that is actually in where you are in reality until it's in front of your face, or you make that phone call, or you make it a now and take it out of the past. So it's a chance to redo the past, restructure something from the past, retry something, reconnect. Just reconnect somewhere that needs a reconnection. Even if it's just a reconnection to get an energy going to move you a different way. You know, that was weird. It's almost like you needed to like relight something with somebody to maybe resolve. Maybe it's a resolve. Maybe somebody needs clarity. Somebody needs closure. Maybe it's not that they're trying to bother you, or you're not trying to like think about that person all of the time and put your energy maybe on like an ex or an old situation that happened or an old fight or something stupid. If it's the negative energy and that keeps popping up, like you wish you would have done something different. I wish I never did that. I wish it didn't happen. I wish this wasn't happening in my life. I would have reacted totally different. I wish I would have knew how that person would have reacted. I wish, but it's not there until it's in front of you. So you have to change that focus from what you didn't like about it to the situations you're actually living in, and change them for what you want them to be in the memories you want them. And if you find the past coming back around, that's your chance to not like light something up and change it. Take yourself to another level. Take the relationship to another level. Make there be an understanding, an agreement, you know, seeing eye to eye, seeing the truth in a situation, open up your heart. Usually this is just simple playing, like pleasure. It kind of makes me think of the 5th house in astrology a little bit, like dating even, but not even dating where you even kiss. It's like the dating pre that, you're just going out to dinner and getting to know each other first. Maybe you're dating. Maybe you don't know how to date again. Maybe you've been in a relationship like a long time and now you don't know how to get back in the dating scene. Maybe you don't know how to do an app, or an app is not for you. So maybe it's like signing up for a class. You know, you always want to take a wood shop class, or learn how to play the flute, or learn how to paint, or go to a lecture on a book, or, you know, author that you like, or I hear inventor. So maybe something with science, or like a lecture, or something like at a meetup, or a gallery, or like a center, like I'm thinking of like the Javits Center in New York City. So something like that, where there's a convention center that you can go to, and maybe there's a lot more people that are interested in what you have, and you're going to meet somewhere, not the typical like swipe on the app thing, because you know, you can see somebody on the app, but they could have a picture from 20 years ago. It could not be them. You could get to the date. Maybe they're amazing. Maybe the person you swipe by and thought was weird is the person you connected to. You know, that's the person that had the personality and I'm getting like comedian. Maybe they're funny. Maybe it's a sense of humor thing and not necessarily like how it looks on the surface. Maybe you've had dates or something like that. You've thought it'd be one way and then you got to know the person and it wasn't really that at all. So, you know, maybe you're remembering different parts of a memory. How you thought it was one thing, you got excited, then you met the person and you just no personality, or just no sense of humor, or just no chemistry. You know, they could look good, but nothing, maybe they smell funny to you, you know, or maybe somebody else that smells funny to someone else smells amazing to you. You know, it just made me think of like I just saw a girl like going in a guy's armpit and like just like, I like your smell, honey. Or like somebody taking like a shirt that you know is a scent, or like on a pillow or something that reminds you. Scent's powerful. Maybe it's scent is reminding. Maybe that's where the memory's coming from. Maybe somebody has a cologne or a perfume, like, you know, your ex in like junior high, or like from 5 years ago or something. You smell it and all of a sudden you remember them, and you're getting all these memories you didn't think of, and maybe you turn the corner and they're there. What are you going to say? You're going to turn around the corner and run away? Or are you going to just, you know, maybe it's just saying hi and then bidding adieu and saying, I have a nice day, and you realize you both moved on. Or maybe there's a reconnection there that needs to come back because you both grew up. You both grew up and now you're at a totally different place in your life, and you're coming back around the corner for a reason. So it's telling you to take things light, however it comes around, to have an innocence about the situation. Look look at it with child's eyes, a fresh start, a clean slate, forgiveness for yourself, for them, for the situation, for circumstance, for timing, everything. You know, if the chance comes around again, it's a chance for something. So that's different for all of us. It could just be going to a family gathering, having time to spend with your kids, deciding that you didn't really need to be at work that day. You can pass along the torch to someone else and some responsibilities, or maybe there's someone else that doesn't have kids and they need the shift. You know, it's the holidays. They could use the extra money. They don't mind. They're not doing anything anyway. Maybe you can do something important with your kids. Usually this involves children or your childhood or a memory, something light and content. It's where is there not something feeling content or something that you need to pay attention to? Like, you know, I'm getting children that need some time. So maybe it's just reading a book to a child and putting your work aside, you know, for a moment. And that moment is that special memory that that kid is gonna remember you reading the Christmas poem or something, you know, or like starting a new holiday tradition. Or going to something that's not if you're usually in Christmas and you go to something that's your friend's Hanukkah gathering, I mean, maybe go, that's pretty cool. Maybe do something different, start a new tradition. I'm getting blending energies together. So maybe there's a new experience coming about you didn't expect. Maybe it's different. Maybe it's getting something fun and not expected. So maybe there's an unexpected invitation or meeting or something like that coming through, and it's an opportunity. It's there to reconnect. It's there for maybe something you don't see on I'm getting the surface, like a book cover. So maybe you have to open up that book, open up the conversation, open up some dialogue, maybe just hold someone's hand and maybe not talk at all. Maybe it's just a hug. You know, maybe time has gone by, it's cool, and it's just a hug. It's just a reconnection, and that's that chance to say, you know what, we've grown apart, but thank you for the moments we've had, and I love you. And the experience we had together was beautiful. Maybe you'll go out to coffee, maybe it'll become something deeper, but I think it starts pretty simple as a hug can be, or like a handshake or a conversation, you know. This made me think of something really sweet. I'm gonna pass along a story. It's a pass along story. My mom told me yesterday that she was at the gas station and she noticed like a really old lady in her car, and she just noticed she was just sitting there for a really long time. And I guess it wasn't a full service gas station, so she got out and she was like, can I help you? You know, she's like, oh, I was just waiting for someone to come out and help me. She didn't even know how to like pop her gas tank, how to use her credit card, how to do anything. My mom was like, okay, come here and let me help you out. What do you want? Show me how this goes. I mean, she had to help this old lady do something she didn't know how. And the old lady was trying to get gas to go to the grocery store because she was going to make sandwiches or something because her son was going to take her to Connecticut for Christmas. My mom was like, well, your son is driving, right? She's like, yes, I just have to get the sandwiches or something. So, you know, like, you know, it's being in that moment where you could help something out. Maybe that woman, you know, that memory is that moment that warms your heart. You touch someone, you help someone in a moment in need. It was something small, but maybe it was big for them. You know, if that lady, maybe she was intimidated by asking anyone else, or she never ever knew how to, you know, put gas in her car before, but she was determined to do something and get somewhere to make a new memory and have it happen with her son, you know, and have an experience. So it's being innocent, you know, understanding somebody might don't maybe throw somebody. I'm getting like, oh, why does that person do that? Maybe that person doesn't know how to do something. Maybe you need to help them. Maybe you were there because you're that helpful thing. Maybe they never had the chance. Maybe they had no one in the world to show them. And it's your moment. Or maybe you have something where you have a, you know, I don't want to say a flat tire. Maybe there's a flat tire or something like that where you know how, or someone's right there. Maybe something like that happens, a delay. And maybe it's the handsome man at AAA, or that handsome AAA woman coming to tow your car that you were meant to meet. You never know. You know, sometimes weird things happen around us for us to be in a circumstance that didn't feel right at the beginning, but then it feels like you couldn't be even more right than that, more divine timing than that later. So trust that that book will open up and the story will unfold. You know, it could be any kind of story, but it starts with actually starting to read the book and make a new memory that you're experiencing, and it's not just all in your head. Or maybe you need to write something down about an experience that's going to bring, I just got writing, a writer, an author. Maybe there's an experience you actually need to write about. Maybe it's a simple story like that. You know, moments in my life, or things that have happened to me that are turning points in my direction. People that I've met along the way that are strangers that changed my world. And you write down those moments and they affect the world. You know, they make everyone else realize there are those moments and to pass along those moments. So it could be writing something like that down. It could be expressing it. You know, having something that you did that day and going into work, or telling your kids so they tell someone else, so that when they see someone sitting in their car, they're not like, why don't they get out of the way? I have to get my gas. They're like, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, sir, are you okay? Do you need any help? Maybe that's the answer. You know, it's not getting frustrated in that situation. Maybe that frustration is there, or that stall, or that delay, or that whatever is there for maybe a divine timing, something bigger than you maybe see on the surface. Something deep is what I'm getting. I don't even think I read this card, and I'm at 14 minutes and 54 seconds. So memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return into your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect. That's that reconnect maybe with your own inner child. Just when you were out playing in the snow, playing in the yard, playing in your room, playing with your friends, playing by yourself, with your brothers, with your sisters, going somewhere new, going on vacation, going to Disney World, going to like on the plane for the first time, or you know, to a new town for the first time, or starting a sport, or getting on a team, or starting an instrument, or going to a class, like something, it's new, it's fresh, you don't know what to expect, and you learn as you go, you pick it up as you go. So let's move along to the, well, let's go to the Tarot of Dreams by Sierra Machete. Get clarity on Six of Emotion. Blast from the past in some way. Maybe blasting from the past and catapulting into the future and realizing you're in the now the whole time. And that is the Page of Cups. So this was here yesterday, and this is definitely about probably an old flame or somebody that warms your heart. It could be that child. This could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio energy. This could be that child. This could be your children being extra sensitive, extra psychic, extra on tune, or maybe out of tune today. Maybe they're really, really sensitive and they're going to an environment where they get out of tune, and it's up to you to like put them back in tune, you know, play the better song, put some beautiful harmony back into that situation. Like, oh honey, I was there when I was young, this and this and this happened to me, and don't worry about it so much. We'll be okay. You'll be okay. It's listening. I hear you have to listen. There might be something really valuable coming through this person. This could be you too, thinking about yourself as a child, thinking about where you were sensitive as a child, what situations you feel were, I mean, you have Two Cups card, warming your heart. It could be your first crush, your first romance, you know. It could be a new crush, a new romance. It could be a new, I just heard invention. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's something that like you had an idea as a kid. I don't know where this comes with. Maybe it's something that gets you really excited. You really love to do, like you did it as a kid. You had an invention as a kid. You thought of something as a kid, but it wasn't accessible. I just sort of went to like an old Nintendo for some reason. So that just made me think of something I saw, that they had like baby Nintendos, but instead of having the thing that you used to have to like and like hit the box, you had to hit the box a couple times for it to work, you know. It's like all in you know, in the console or whatever. It's all on disc now, and it's just pre-programmed. I thought of that. So maybe there's something that was pre-programmed, or you had programmed it as a kid, or you liked to do as a kid, or you were natural with as a kid, or I feel like you thought of it as a kid and it wasn't like available. Like we didn't, the fanciest watch I can think of when I was a kid were the Casio calculator watches. And that was pretty snazzy back in the day. So now that now it knows how many steps you went, what your heart rate is, probably listens to all your conversations. Who knows what those things do? But, like, it's also taking those ideas that you had as a past that weren't really available or you couldn't do, and maybe making an app for something that you had as a kid. Or maybe there's someone from your past that you're going to have a good idea with. Or somebody like in a new relationship that you start and you like, I'm just getting like, I don't know, like you get into something really young, really innocent, but you really love talking. You love expressing things. You love coming up with weird solutions and maybe talking about, when I see the Page of Cups, I think of somebody psychic. So I don't think of somebody necessarily talking about the normal things. I see someone a little more like that would be watching this channel here, or at least getting into some of those subjects like astrology or numerology or just memories. Like why do I, when I smell you, I think of this? Isn't that weird? Da, 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 da. And getting into something and having it like open you up emotionally somehow. So that open in emotion is going to bring something. I'm still getting an invention somehow. So maybe an idea is going to come through. Maybe a new start in a relationship. Maybe you're going to invent your own kind of relationship. When you were a kid, you never saw yourself really getting married. And then you grew up and thought you had to do it the old-fashioned way, or you never got married, or you thought you had to and that wasn't for you, and now you're just going to do it your way. That was sort of interesting. Like, the Page of Cups is not having the experience yet. So maybe they're just willing to make it whatever the experience brings them. Whatever it unfolds as, whatever it develops into. They're really open to it being what they don't know, and they're really excited about what they don't know yet, although they can imagine a lot of things they think they know. So maybe they're going to have exactly what they thought as an experience, or something's coming back. Oh, let's get more clarity. I feel like I need more clarity on this. So let's go to the daily guidance from your angels oracle cards for the Page of Cups and the Six of Emotions. It's definitely somebody offering something that's loving. It's a loving energy. It's a healing energy. It's another start. It's maybe just somebody that needs closure. Maybe someone just feels like they were young. They did something wrong. They don't know what they did. It could be a child. It could be an old fling. Maybe you can just be like, oh, dude, I was an asshole. I was totally going through this thing, and I don't even know why I did that. And I was so scared of saying this to you because I didn't want to hurt you. Maybe it's just something like that. Or it was like, I don't know even why we grew apart or why this happened, but I am so glad to see you and your 5 kids and your beautiful wife and your amazing husband, and look at my situation here and how funny and how far we've come. But it starts with like that idea, that memory, that first love situation, or what the first love situation is not now. How it's so different from what you thought it was going to be. I'm getting so many different situations here. So it could, children. I'm getting that there's something, if you have children, that you're reconnecting to them by your childhood. Like connecting to them on something that happened now, today, that they're having trouble with, or sensitive about, they don't understand, overly sensitive about, or even cold because they don't know how to handle that emotion. Maybe just they're super empathetic and they go into an environment like a shopping center and there's so much chaos, or, crazy family environment or something, and they just don't know which is their emotion, if they're upset or if that's their friend or their dad or, whatever that got them upset. So maybe it's bringing someone's, like, grounding someone again, making them feel like they're strong. It's okay. You just understand where someone's coming from, and that's a blessing. Just know that you are strong, and you could be strong on your own without having to I'm going to give so much away, or allow yourself to be sucked into something so much and get overly emotional. I'm getting maybe one of your kids has like a first crush, or maybe they have something going on in their heart and they don't know how to handle it. Maybe it's connecting with you. That's helpful. Or maybe this was your heart that was hurt in this situation in the past. It could have been a relationship from a year ago, 5 years ago, 30 years ago. It could just be like a work situation that just touches you somehow. Or you touch someone else somehow. I feel like I got off track with that a little bit. Sometimes when I have a lot of situations or a lot of energy or a lot of different things coming in, I feel like I'm like like pulling out different drawers, and I'm not sure where the alignment comes through. So I hope there are nuggets that align and feel right for you guys. Let's pull another card for Page of Cups, Six of Cups. And that's fresh air. So maybe somebody feels like they're in an environment and they're trapped. They can't get out. Like, I feel like a shopping center, like you have to get things done, or there's things you have to go to. There's meetings you have to do. There's work you have to take care of. There's people that have to get certain places that you're getting them there, or schedule, or you have to get somewhere, or you have a lot of things going on and you just need some fresh air. You just need to get out. Maybe you just... Maybe that was someone else in a certain situation. They felt trapped by a situation. Maybe this was a love situation or a work situation and it got intense, or there's something changed in somebody's world and they had to get out. They just had to get some fresh air. They had to get some growth. They had to have some other experience or something for it to come back around. Because something's coming back around and something's going to feel like it's fresh. Like it's not what it was. Like you can breathe again. Like you know something now. Like you understand something now. You got a point of view now. They understand your point of view. They know where you're coming from. You didn't even understand what they were going through before. So it's something coming clean. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated and air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend time outside today, near Mother Nature, nature's cradle, Mother Nature's cradle as possible, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. Ground yourself. I feel like you're just airing the environment. Like this is actual physically doing what I feel like is going to happen emotionally here, if that makes sense. So maybe it starts with actually aligning your physical self, what you feel, to your inner emotional body, you know, and your spiritual self. Maybe that's where you get your higher connection, you know. Maybe do some prayer if you're unsure of how to, if this comes through. I don't know. I feel like, and you don't know what to say. Maybe I'm getting that you reconnect with somebody and maybe go on a date, or maybe meet up later, or maybe they invite you to a get together, like a family get together or something later, and you don't know what to say, or you don't know how to go back into that environment. You haven't seen that family for so long, or you haven't been there. Then I'm getting like you maybe need to just take some time by yourself and maybe just pray. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And I feel like it's not as big a deal as you're making out to be, if you're feeling worried about something. If that is not you and that does not resonate with you, and if it's that you're in a situation and you're just not resonating in that environment, you need to get out of the environment. Just go outside, go on a walk. Maybe you need to go on a walk with someone else. Maybe you meet somebody in a mall and there's all this chaos going around, these weird energy from families and babies screaming, and maybe you just need to get out of the mall and go for a walk, go for a drive. Or you meet somebody and you're at a party and you need to just go around the block. Let's go on a walk. Let's take the dog for a walk and let's talk. Let's get out of here. You know, and maybe that will calm that energy, soothe that situation. Maybe that's all that was needed. Just a walk around the block and get some fresh air. See where that brings you. Maybe you just need to go on a walk around the block, or get in your car and go somewhere and see where it brings you. Maybe you'll just drive somewhere randomly. You know, the Page of Cups is definitely, the Page of Cups is definitely the individual that is so excited to see somebody or something, or like get into something. Like if they're starting a class for something, they're like already have the like season's finale or like concert. You know, I'm seeing like a little girl's like tap dance costume, like with sequins and stuff. Like they're already excited about the sequence and the finale and getting the costumes going before they even had the first rehearsal. You know, I just had the auditions and found out about the role and they're ready to go. Or it's like that kid that goes to school because they're really excited their crush is there. Or it's that they have that new person in the world and now they go to the store and now they're like, you know, they're buying the extra fancy makeup, maybe some nice underwear, you know, they're just getting everything really, they're gonna getting excited about a situation that maybe hasn't happened yet. So, you know, they're like trusting their instincts at this point. They're like, oh yeah, I totally need to do that. Whereas more they'd be the questioning it. Do I really need that? Is that the time they're like, oh no, I totally need new underwear. I need new socks. I need a new thing for this. I got to go with that. But it's maybe that inspiration that brings them that beautiful energy that magnifies love back into the world. It's having butterflies, you know, it's getting excited. And I feel like somebody else is feeling that excitement either from this page or whatever. I feel like that's you. You know, so maybe you just need to get out. This person looks really excited to be outside. Maybe it's even like kids screaming inside, you know, the mall or going shopping or something, and you just need to bring your kids. Or maybe your kids want to come with you. Or maybe you need to go somewhere like you did when you were a kid. Like there's so much child, like I feel like saying play. Like, if you don't know what to do today, play. Don't worry about something so much. If there's so much, like, child, beautiful, happy, free, loving energy coming in today that if you're feeling stressed or you're doing something, maybe just give yourself a scavenger hunt. You know, go out, go to lunch somewhere, call someone up you don't expect. See where you go. Go somewhere different. Go to karaoke. Where can we go? I don't know. It's there. Let's look in this like entertainment guide and see what's going on. Let's go with our gadgets and see what the best thing is for, you know, Thursday night or Thursday afternoon, or let's see what we can book for tomorrow. Let's call and get this situation and get ready, and we'll get everything ready and we'll do it on the weekend. You know, it's reminding yourself that you can be a kid sometimes. You don't have to be so stressed about everything. Everything doesn't have to be, about I'm getting society or what you think you need to do. I'm getting gifts now or what you think everyone does. Sometimes it's just hanging out with a kid that is the meaningful thing that they'll remember, not that gift they open that they never even use, but you spent way too much on. Maybe it's more about the experience today than what you're thinking is going to make the memory, and you're not even present there to make that memory. So maybe it's about making a memory today, an important one that just involves an experience. An emotion, love, freedom, clarity, communication. I'm getting that somebody needs to be clear. So maybe there was just, maybe this is the chance to clear the air and have some, to feel fresh about something that happened in the past that maybe you didn't remember so well. Or, you know, it could even be where you thought, you know, it could go both ways. It could be where, you know, you always thought that this person didn't see something in you. You thought that you were always bothering them, or you were in this relationship, it was never good, or you never, you know, felt like it was right. But maybe like you find out in the end, like, you know, I know we, like if this is an old relationship that comes back and you're clearing the air and you're just talking, you could find out that you were the best positive inspiration in their life ever. And when you were with them, you didn't feel like you got that from them at all. But yet that vibration with being with you created a spark to create a change to bring them somewhere else, that they realized what they had when they weren't with you, and they probably changed their whole life because of you. So even if you weren't meant to be together, you were still a catalyst, or somebody was a catalyst for you to change, even if you're not with them anymore. Maybe it's making that expression to that person again. Be like, you know what? I never realized this about myself or you then, but thank you, because it changed everything now, or I see everything different now. And it's like, maybe that offers a lot of freedom for that person where they felt bound by something they didn't understand. And now they can feel like, wow, I always felt bad about myself from this, but now I feel like maybe that is an attribute about myself. And maybe I was just going through something with someone else who had some friction with that, so I could see how strong I came, or how far I've come from having that friction, and now what I understand about it. I feel like saying you've come a long way, baby. Maybe that phrase means something to somebody. Like you've come a real long way. Like you've grown up. You've done a good job. But maybe you need to remember what it's like to be a kid too. So if you're too much of an adult, you need to be a kid and play and tickle and roll around and laugh and giggle and free something up and just be light about something. See something a totally different way through your heart rather than your head so much. And that will clear the air. I feel like that will do it. So let's finish this reading with one card from the, this is the Winged Enchantment Oracle cards. By the way, Vincenzo is nice and quiet in his cage up there, but he is not here because he was my little stinker the other day from the reading that I had, because I still, you know, you have a bird, they're pretty I'm going to go on a little bird tangent with these bird cards here, but he bit my ear. He bit my ear pretty hard. He bit me pretty hard. And I changed some things around in his cage so that, I don't know, he's a little temperamental. So as sweet as he looks most of the time, he can snap. And he has the capacity to bite down on something really, really hard. And you just have to take it. You just have to take it. Dinosaur Boy is not on my shoulder right now. And a card just fell out, and that's Woodpecker. So 38 Woodpecker, it's an 11. That's a gateway. That's also the sound. That makes me think of wood. Like, I like to hear the woodpeckers or see the patterns that they make on the trees. It makes me think of like the furniture you buy, you kind of put together. Maybe somebody's doing something like that where they're getting a shelf. And maybe you're inventing a way for furniture to be put together easy, or some kind of, I'm getting like conversion furniture, maybe something with your art that you can convert into something, or put some component of your art into furniture. I just got that all of a sudden. And I saw like the kind you can put together, so maybe there's a way you could sell it. So I don't know, somebody can put it together, or it's something that you can move around, or something that's mobile. That was sort of weird. All right, let's see. 38 Woodpecker is, I am Woodpecker, the rhythm of the ancients and the heartbeat of the earth. I am drummer. I am the percussion of life. I am the one who digs deep and finds the secrets hidden within. I am in tune with the world. Maybe that's being in tune. Maybe that's, I know I said something, I think, about that with being in tune to your surroundings. Maybe you just, if you don't feel in tune to that surroundings, maybe there's weird energy going on there and you're just extra sensitive to it today. Don't worry about it so much. Just be extra sensitive to your own energies and take yourself out of where it feels weird and go somewhere else. Even if you have to go back, you'll feel much better if you ground yourself and restore yourself. And I'm almost getting like a Pisces, where you absorb so much energy that every once in a while you need to retreat. You need to go to your own space and do your own thing, so you can process all that energy that was coming through and recirculate everything that's actually yours, and put on your own, like, I am a Pisces rising, by the way, so sometimes that's what I'm thinking of. So maybe there's a Pisces, but I know that's something that I need. I can be really good in a lot of energy, a lot of big crowds or whatever, but then I have to retreat and go back to my own space, so I understand my own energy and get my own strength back. So maybe that's important for somebody to know. Maybe it's not them getting overwhelmed with something and they think it's their emotion and they're getting upset, but maybe it's not them. It's just absorbing too much of the environment and the emotion. Maybe the holiday season going on around us. So maybe it's just, you know, finding your own energy, recirculating your own energy back, getting something clean and fresh and recharged back in your own batteries first. And maybe it just starts with a walk. Who knows what happens after you start that walk? I am in tune with the world and allow my echoes to lead me through the hearts of others. I can dredge up those things forgotten. I can call out that's the rees, that's the retrograde thing, all the rees coming back. You can dig it up. It's whatever's coming back to the surface is coming up, so you clear it away. I just saw somebody like hosing something away. You know, just wash it away. It's time, and then it's good. You're fresh. Now you can build upon a new surface. It's squeaky clean. Know that everything has a time and a beat of its own. Know that there are always more layers beneath the surface. I have come to change the pace and alert you to something new on the horizon. Align yourself now with what needs to be rather than what has fallen out of sync. Look to where your heart pulls you and let it play out. That's so awesome. That's this. Let it play out. Let's see what'll happen. Even if you get excited about everything going on along the way, see what happens. You don't know everything yet. Look where your heart pulls you and let it play out. Find the new beat in life. There is great power in realignment. You are captivating sound. You are energy of vibration. You are connection. You are Woodpecker. That line makes me want to read that quote again, so maybe I will. He who masters vibration has grasped the scepter of life. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you for joining me for this reading. I hope this was helpful. I love you.